14:20 in the morning for this January 3rd, 2023. I got it right 2 days in a row, kids. I'm proud of myself for that one. Today's show is brought to you by Rocket Sports and RocketSports.com. Get all your backyard sports training needs at RocketSports.com by using promo code 1420pod at RocketSports.com today and get yourself a golf net to get that golf swing in order. Weather's been fantastic here in southern Alberta. Feels like driving range weather already. So go and get that golf swing tuned up because you never know when it might pop up. Every day we're getting closer to springtime happening and getting rid of this old man winter. Although it just started, it seems to be the weather's been going in the right direction. But it was hockey weather here in Canada last night. My God, what a hockey game. Connor Bedard show just keeps on rolling. The kid put up 2 goals and assists last night in Canada's 4-3 victory over Slovakia in a quarterfinal matchup. A game for the ages, one of those games where you remember why you loved the World Junior Tournament so much, and your Canadian national pride comes flying at the screen the whole bit, and you're smiling ear to ear, and the butterflies are going with every goalpost that gets hit, or crossbar, or cross check, or overtime game, or penalty. No, what a hockey game last night. That was just one for the ages. Bedard scored early, I think 6 minutes in on a partial breakaway snapshot, low glove that went in. It looked like Canada was going to roll a little bit, but then they couldn't seem to solve the Slovakian goaltender Adam Gagin, I think it's pronounced. Doesn't much, well, it does matter to him and his parents, obviously, but he made a 53 save performance. An unbelievable game he had, diving all over the place, making saves he probably shouldn't have been making, but he was the like they said on the panel before the game started, he was going to be the wild card for that game, because they didn't really have a game plan for him or a book for him, because he plays, I think, in the United States Hockey League, or whatever it's called down there, Tier 2 junior for the Green Bay Ramblers or something. So it was fun to watch that kid play hard, battle hard, and playing the game the right way with no expectations to win a hockey game. You want to win a game, but they took Canada right to the brink, and Canada was heavily favored to win that game. The Slovakians, who never beat Canada at the World Junior, they were more than an established foe, and established because that game could have went either way last night. But Bedard stole the show once again. He scored in overtime. I think he had 8 shots in overtime, it seemed like, but he couldn't score from the perimeter. We finally got the puck on with a puck that should have left the zone. If you watch the highlight later on, after you get done watching or listening to 14:20 in the morning, you watch the Slovakian player who had a lot of time to get that puck out on the 3-on-3 after they killed the 4-on-3 penalty as well. But the Slovakian kid, he had a chance to roll it into the corner, go off the glass and get it out, and then regroup and maybe get a change. But he got panicked a little bit, as kids do. That's why the World Junior is such a great tournament to watch, is that he got the puck out of didn't get it out of the zone. Bedard tried something different. Instead of just shooting from the perimeter like he always does, he seems to be hitting the twine pretty much every time he shoots the puck at this tournament. He's going to he's close to setting all the records. He passed Eberle, he passed Lindros. Now he's got Dale McCourtin on his sights, I think, for the most goals in the tournament at 10. But anyways, he deked out the one defender, got the other guy, then beat the Slovakian goaltender. An awesome goal and an awesome turn by the kid. The Canadian coach has to be quite fortunate to have Dennis Williams, I think his name is. He's got to be quite fortunate to have Bedard on his team right now, because Bedard seems to be the only guy who's rolling at all, who's got anything, any kind of momentum rolling and putting up any kind of points. I mean, you got to have the rest of the team out there, but it seems like it's the Bedard show night in, night out, shift in, shift out. I was a little concerned with the conditioning of these kids. I mean, they're fine-tuned machines. They eat like they're like nobody's. They eat properly, and their bodies are temples compared to when I played junior hockey, or about 20 years or 30 years ago when kids played junior hockey, how they're treated so well, nutritionists and the rest. But I was getting a little bit concerned with how much Bedard was on the ice. They seem to be down to 1.5 lines almost going into the third period, and then into overtime for sure, where it was just a one-man wrecking crew with Bedard out there. When Canada got that, when they didn't score on that late power play, the cross check of Bedard in the late in the third period, and then they didn't score. That's usually when the other team comes down and gets one. But the Canadian goaltender Thomas Milic made a couple of great saves in overtime that saved Canada's bacon, obviously, because it wasn't looking good. The Slovakians were playing quite methodically. They were just trying to get that one chance, cycling down low a little bit, something they weren't doing all game long. And they got Canada end up getting the chance. Bedard buried it, and the celebration went on. And then throughout Canada, and we were all cheering quite a bit, remembering the good old days of the World Junior Championships of past that we become so fond of in this country. It was great to watch, and like I said before the tournament started, let's give these kids a chance to entertain us, and that they have done. The people in Halifax have been unbelievable. That place went bananas last night when Canada did pull off the victory, and it's been a great crowd throughout. It's going to be interesting to see what happens tomorrow night when Canada plays the U.S. The U.S. has been rolling a little bit. They beat a weaker Germany opponent yesterday. All the games yesterday were decent hockey games, but the Canada one last night, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see how the greatest rivalry in hockey right now with the U.S. is going to go with Canada U.S. squaring off tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock Mountain Time. So it's gonna be fun. Gonna get mom here to watch the game because she cans for TSN. Something about CFL. I don't know what the story is there, but it's a thing. It's going to be interesting to see what Bedard can do if the U.S. is going to play a little bit more of a physical game, but he seems to be fine with the physical matchups. It doesn't seem to bother him at all. Got beat up a little bit last night. The Slovakians had a bit of a game plan to go out and be a little more physical with this kid who doesn't seem to be able to be stopped. And at the age of 17, it's fun to watch because he won't be around Western Hockey League rinks very much longer. I'll have to check the schedule and see when when Regina Pats are rolling into Lethbridge to make sure I get some tickets to watch that, because he's been fun to watch. It's been a great tournament for him so far. Like I said, hopefully he can keep it going. The U.S. is going to be tough. They have that Snuggerud kid who's been quite good throughout the tournament, the ex-NHLer Dave Snuggerud. And then there's always a Hughes kid that seems to pop up for a team USA no matter what. There's another Hughes that's playing right now for the World Junior team. They're everywhere. There's one in Jersey, there's one in Vancouver, now there's one playing for Team USA. I don't know what they put in the cereal at the Hughes family, but it seems to be working. Anyways, it's been a great tournament. Let's keep cheering them on. Go Canada, go. It's been a lot of fun. Go Bedard, break some more records, but I think they need a lot more help throughout that lineup and get something going. And speaking of help throughout the lineup, what was that Canadian kid doing, the defenseman? I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It's early in the morning. The one that he lost his helmet and he was just skating down the ice. It looked like he was going to go to the bench and go for a change, because international hockey, you can't play without your helmet. He lost his bucket. Then he was a 2-on-1. He went down and everything. So he got caught and he got a penalty, a late power play for the Slovakians. They could have ended up taking the lead, but they got some timely goaltending from Thomas Milic, who didn't have the greatest start to the tournament, but it's been a good run for Canada. Tomorrow night with the USA, like I said, the greatest rivalry in hockey right now with Canada USA. There'll be another one for the ages. The people in Halifax and throughout the country are going to be rocking. Hopefully we can get some people out watching the game, maybe pack some bars and have a good time, and put your jerseys on, your hats on, and just enjoy the games like we used to prior to